was the president of the country?
Just die. This is story.
You know why? You know why? He never treats people well. They don't like it. Anytime you see him, you go to the bar where they drink. I'm the lord of the bar. Money speaks, madam. Spends money. And when he die, the students shout in the class, let's bring a tractor and plow the land. Let a new land start, you know. So it's a message to leaders. Leaders should try to do the right thing so that you won't be buried without a coffin, without a grave. You know, even you, if you don't do the right thing, we'll see your corpse on the ground. We'll spit on it and move on. Okay, we won't bury you with a coffin. Human beings are not animals. Human beings are God on earth. So if God has created in his own image and likeness, just try and respect God. Do you understand? What God took time to create, and he put his breath into you, and you die, you want to leave it like that? Does not make sense. You know, you are giving me problem. You're trying to give me problem. You're going against it. Jungle justice is not good. Okay, when you cremate someone, yes, and we'll talk about that maybe sometime. You know, some folks believe, they don't believe. You know, we're going to talk about it because we'll talk about it sometime. But it's based on tradition, based on belief. You get that? Aha. But God Almighty, even those that cremate, they do not just cremate. They do it specially. They don't cremate the way they burn goats for Christmas. Or you don't understand. They don't cremate the way they burn death. You don't understand. They still do it with respect. That's the way they do it. They still reverence. They still reverence. You understand? So they believe that this is more than a fowl. This is more than a tuber of yam that just roast. You understand? So by the time you die, will not do. You live till.
Because it's not everybody that will die.
That's true.
Many of us will be alive to see.
No, till they do it, it's just service. I will live till once. Only because on your little children that you've not given birth to. That means you are planning. Some of you are planning for some generation to come. You say you live to see Christ, that means you are some of the great grandchildren that they will never come. Because if you are believing that, that means if Christ comes back, you won't give birth to those who will stop. No, you don't understand. So when even the child do say this, it just starts. As if Christ waits. I will. You go on. No, I don't want to preach. I don't want to preach. I don't want to preach. Who said that? I said stanza. I've explained this. The irony is a figure of speech used when a speaker expresses himself indirectly. I said stanza is a major division in poetry, which is made up of a line or a group of lines brought together and separated from others, from other lines. Allusion is the making of reference to other people's work in your own work. Allusion is the making of reference to other people's work in your own work. Allusion is the making of reference to other people's work in your own work. That's allusion. Allusion is the making of reference to other people's work in your own work. No, this must be like in the he said, greater love as no man for thee than the word of God Bible. The Bible called that poem, greater love as no man. There's a portion in the Bible that they make that statement. And he said, I am jealous and passionate, like Jehovah the allusion. Only God said to be jealous. Even God said it, I'm jealous God. So the man repeats that line in his own poem. Look, many people come and know. Look, the mother of waters. I am jealous and passionate, like Jehovah God of the Jews. Like, the way I love you, my mother, my river goddess. You know, he tried to make us understand where Ibrahim is coming from. He's a waterman. He's an German. He says it's a myth. It's myth, real, unreal. 90% of me is real because you cannot prove the unrealness of it. You can't prove it. You can't prove it. That mermaids are myths or they are real, you can prove it. Can you? So the man is from the riverine area, and then, you know, as Africans, we have what we believe in. He made us understand, said, oh, look, your mother, I am jealous. I don't just like what, who said it, I think it's Elijah. He said, they killed all the prophets. I'm the only one left. So I'm running for my life to be spared. I'm jealous of Jehovah God. I say I'm doing everything to protect my God. That's what J.P. Clark did. I'm jealous, I'm passionate. I love you. Greater love has no man than this one that I possess. It's an interesting point. Like John Perry Clark. We have an allusion, making a reference to other people's work. Then Sinedoki. Just a pity that those guys that are hoping to make money out of me in this segment, it may not be possible. But I understand, I want to say very big thank you to you guys. You are not frustrating me, making learning interesting. At times I just want me, which I have some of you guys for a long time. We have become very fine literature in English experts. You know, I'm proud of you guys. You know that Philip. You know, I'm so proud of yourself. You know, and the sleeping beauty that spends while I sleep. And then man in black who is trying to try. You know, and you get this one. Well, it's a man that we cannot just talk about. Sinedoki is a figurative device. A quick one. Is Sinedoki a literary term or is it a literary term or figurative device? Is it not a literary term? What? Hey. So if the true love balance is just 4. Is it a literary term or a figurative device? I'm going to say it's the 2. It is first a literary term before it becomes a figurative device. Or you don't understand? It's a term we use in literature first before it becomes a figurative device. It's a figurative device used when a part of something is used to represent the whole of it, and the whole of something is used to represent a part of it. Are you still there? That is what we mean when we say Sinedoki. You understand? There are only 4 in the room. 4. And we've done something. And one of them says, see, all these things we've done, all of you have seen it. The world will be any witness that I've done my part. The world, only 3 people remaining. That's a whole representing a part. You understand? That's Sinedoki. Mm-hmm. My eyes are saying something. That's Sinedoki using a part to represent the whole. It is not your eyes only, but you are saying something. Okay, while we're trying to move, we have contrast. Contrast is a literal device. Contrast is used in literature to show the clear differences between things. This contrast will clearly show sharp differences between things. This contrast will show that things are not the same. Contrast. When you watch a play, read a book, we have 2 characters, basically the protagonist and antagonist. There must be sharp contrast between them. Contrast. What? Contrast is used in literature. Not only a play, it can be in drama, prose, or poetry. You understand? It can be in drama, prose, or poetry. Contrast is to show clear differences between 2 parties. I mean, parties, it can be human beings, it can be characters, it can be 2 different works. If you read Wole Soyinka's Abiku and J.P. Clark's Abiku, you're going to see sharp contrast there. Sharp contrast. When J.P. Clark makes us understand that the child should not be coming again, we don't want you again. You are stressing the mother. You're giving birth to like 4, 5, 6 times. You're still coming back. Go. Come and go in these several seasons. Do stay out on the baobab tree. Follow where you please with your kindred spirits. If indoors is not enough for you. Shouting at this innocent child born. Is it the fault of the child that she was born Abiku? Is it the fault? That's what Soyinka tries to correct. Soyinka is making us understand, making J.P. Clark know that, see, as this innocent child will have said, you're shouting at me in vain. It's not my fault. I'll keep coming. I'll keep drinking the oil you're giving. You keep giving me cows, I'll keep collecting there. Since you don't know how to beg, I'll keep coming. Some great writers, like I think Chinua Achebe did that stuff. They understand what it means to beg those people. That's when some Igbos, when they give birth to children, they don't just shout at the child, they call the child Onwubiko. That is death, please. If you give birth to an Abiku, there's a kind of thing you give to them. You know, death, please. At the time you call someone that is the greatest. By the time you hate death, you know the child, that's God. Is it? Why some would christen each other very ugly names? I've heard a child's name called Vulture. Some I've heard somebody they call Dustbin. You see? Yes. I have them in my village. This Vulture and Dustbin, they are big boys, big women. They are big people now. Older than myself. You know? So you know why? You give birth to the child dies. Give birth to the child dies. And it's okay, let's call it. Yes. That's what we mean by Abiku. I think Igbo call that type of child Obanje. Yoruba call it Abiku. Abiku means give birth to you. You're born to die. They give birth to you, die, you die. Now, most time, if you give birth to that child, they'll put 1 mark somewhere. No. Most time, so that if you collect me, you are the same person. And you'll give birth to the child. You see mark there. And this child, they don't last. You see 6 months, 2 years, 3 years. The wicked ones will stop to, they say they want to get married and to die. And they will still come back. The mother will take in again, give birth to another child. They will have, hey, we'll give birth to children. If you check the back, they put 1 mark like that. This mark that we are seeing. So most time in my part, my maternal, they give birth to that child. Child will open their prostate, that's my place. Maternal, they give birth to such a child, they will give that child a kind of dirty name. That will make those people eat the child, not to eat the child. They'll say, your name is dustbin. That's what we call the child till the child grows. So the people, the demons, the spirit taking the child, you don't like to take dustbin. That's what they do. You don't like to take vulture. Most of them have seen it that those ones they give that kind of name, they don't die again. There's some believe that just praise the spirit of death taking the child. People they believe in that. You hear? Onka. And death is the strongest. So death to say, since you have praised me, I'll leave you. Some is uncle death, please. So now, we've seen contrast. Let's look at anticlimax. Anticlimax has another name called bathos. Anticlimax or bathos. Anticlimax or bathos. Now, anticlimax or bathos, they are figures of speech used when you are arranging items in descending order from the highest to the lowest, from the peak to the base, from the highest to the lowest. That is anticlimax. Anticlimax is also used as the turning point in the plot of a story when the tension is gradually reducing. That is the first stage after the climax stage, or let's say the next stage after climax in the plot of a story. So anticlimax can double as a figure of speech and the next stage in the story after climax. From the peak to the base, from the highest to the lowest stage. From highest to the lowest stage. That is that. Then look at oxymoron, which is a figure which used when two contradictory words are placed side by side. The place of two contradictory words side by side. It's that. I'm going to try to keep these legs a bit visible so that any the less I will not give. Are they true? Alright, if not, all the money I would have withdrawn them. Okay, thank you God. If not, I would have withdrawn all the money. I'll collect the one I've given. Alright. So the next one is antithesis. Antithesis is very closely related to oxymoron. But antithesis, group of words, opposite group of words are placed side by side. That means it is used when group of words that are opposite to each other are placed side by side. You understand? Placing opposite group of words side by side. You know? You need to please prepare for war, that's antithesis. But oxymoron is, let's talk about peaceful violence. Peaceful violence, that is oxymoron. At times you enter into a room, what you hear is a deafening silence. Deafening silence. This will be so silent that you check your ear, that your ear is still working. You see? You say, everywhere is so quiet. Am I not hearing something? I can't hear again. That's what we call deafening silence. The silence that will deafen you. So what's happening here? So oxymoron and antithesis. Traditional poems are beautiful poems, originally written in local color. Traditional poems are beautiful poems, originally written in local color and translated to other languages. Make it easy for people to read them. Exactly. Traditional poems are poems originally written in local color, then translated to other languages to make it easy for people to go through them rather, or enjoy them. I think traditional poems do not just remain like that. Traditional poems, as you are translating them, you are leaving some words in vernacular. So let us read this poem that's coming from. Let me see if I can learn on some of these traditional poems right now. I want to see if I can see. So we have plenty of Nigerian poems that are traditional poems. We have plenty Swahili poems, Nigerian poems. There's this popular Nigerian poem titled Salute to the Elephant, translated back in Bala. The original poem was written in Yoruba language. And that Salute to the Elephant is also called chant. Chant is a praise poem. When you get to the hunters, when hunters get, have you watched Sabons? Sabons get to the forest like this, you bring their song. You really know they are as he's praising them, they are making when you make it and it's passing. So if you want to go to the forest, one of the king of the jungle is elephant. The lion is strong, but the elephant is another big issue. Elephant stands and stops on the road, you cannot pass. You cannot push an elephant. The man says, "Oh elephant, possessor of a savings basket full of money. Oh elephant, huge as a hill, even in the crouching posture." I used to praise all this. He said, "Oh elephant, Ajanaku, Otiko, Oribo." If you check, Ajanaku is elephant in Yoruba language. Normally you would have been able to say, "Oh elephant." We have to see retain one or two words to show where it's coming from. You understand? So traditional poems are originally written in local languages, talking about vernacular, where the poem originally came from. Then they like, right, translate them for people to really enjoy what we're talking about. Alright, looking for this now. Well, have some plenty of traditional poems. You know, Owusu is a traditional poem. Serenade is a traditional poem. You pick Serenade, very interesting. Very interesting. Alright. Maybe later you come and just ask me to give you this material. You enjoy poetry. It's a book titled Poems South Africa, put together by Professor Wale Soyinka. That will compile lots of poems from Africa. And it's doing so as a Serenade, traditional poem from Swahili, poem 278. Let me see. Look at serenade. It's a traditional poem. They must have used Swahili language to write this. He said, "Oh lady, be calm and cry not, but sing to your suitors. Sing to those who guide you and to the descending passerby. Sing to the son of Shaka's people." You can see what I'm saying. Cast aside your grief and sorrow and distress. This kind of poem. The other one was like, the other one I talking about our together. The chant used to celebrate the wild, to let them know that we are still listening. Please, I'm not here to destroy you guys, I'm here to forward out it. So please, lion, elephant, thank you, you are the king of jump. I'm not hurting you, just going down. If you praise them, giving them words, they'll leave you and you just keep going. But if not in trouble, if you don't talk to them, in trouble. So when it's going first, when you see the tiger, whole tiger, greet you, praise the tiger, you understand? You know, traditional parents can be didactic. They can teach moral lessons, they can entertain. The man says, "Oh lady," he says, "Oh lady, be calm and cry not. But sing to your suitors, sing to those who guide you and to the descending passersby. Sing to the son of Shaka's people, cast aside your grief and sorrow and distress. Women, calm down. Even if you've been heartbroken before, still sing to those that love. There are people that care about you. Talk to them, don't just, oh lady, be calm. Let me give you gifts. Fine clothes from our homeland, the hedges. You see how he's bringing that place in. He wants to retain something here. Let you with a chain and beat for grass. Trying to let you know the beauty in Africa, beauty in our own place. Do you understand? This is a fine point that I can use to talk with a lady. Fine point that I can use to woo a lady. You see? He says, "Let me do for you a great white house of lime and stone. Let me furnish it for you with furnishings of crystal, that those who see it shall sing its praise." Can you see that? That's not ended. Spread beneath with rushes soft from the side of Shaka and Ozi. You see that? Let me satisfy your good parents and let them rest at ease in this rest song. Let me like at ease the food of young camels and of oxen, sheep and goats, because my lady mine. Let me tell you, you are my beloved. If you give this to a woman, give this to a suitor, no matter what, she's going to leave the other person for you. Whiskey, I like him. Whiskey said, "When you see me coming around, I got you looking at me. You don't need to spend no cash. That's why I don't have to see. That's why I don't like." Beautiful women don't need your mind, they need your, they need your words. Tell them something. When she says, "I will protect," if I compare it to a son, thou art more lovely, more tempered. What will you show you, darling boss of me? And someone sleep, I don't touch the date. And the boy said, "But I am so much, I'm not finished."